Hello and welcome to another episode of the Discover Your Asset webinar. My name is Progress Ogberifun from Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited and I'll be your host for today. So thank you very much for joining us today, and it's really always an honor to have you all participate in today's episode of the Discover Your Assets webinar. So where are you watching us from today? We would like to know where you're watching us from. Kindly put in the comment section on this chat bar where you're watching us from, and if you were able to join us during the last week's episode, I'm sure you had a lot to take home from it. I personally had a lot, and we had Linus Okorie talk to us about leadership and how it plays a vital role in our career, in our relationships, and of course every endeavors of our life. So leadership cannot be overemphasized. So if you missed last week's episode, what are you waiting for? Kindly check it out on our channel. It's a training by Linus Okorie titled The Role of Leadership in Business, Career and Personal Development. So check that out. So guess what? I have great news for each and every one of us. Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited will be having its 2020 retreats that will be holding at the Eco Hotels and Suites in Lagos first week of December. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure you're looking forward to it as well. It's going to be an all expenses paid retreat, and it gives you access to a lot of fun activities already planned, and also access to coaching and mentorship training by a top industry leader to help us review and reflect on this year 2020, and of course to re-strategize better for 2021. So kindly check out this clip and I'll be right back. Thank you.
2020 has been a very eventful year. The world has experienced a major disruption we had never experienced ever. And of course, a lot of businesses have died as a result of the COVID-19. People had lost jobs because guess what? 2020 has come with a major opportunity for 2021 to becoming a more productive year. I would like to encourage you not to put the crisis to waste and be part of the 2020 Lifestyle Hub Retreat taking place at the prestigious Eco Hotel in Lagos. 4 nights, all expenses paid access to our retreat where we create a unique strategy for 2021. Let me say this to you clearly well. 2021 is the year of our productivity because we've learned all the lessons in 2020 already, where we now see the new ways to doing things, and let's perfect it together at this retreat taking place on the first week of December 2020, and it promises to be very fantastic. And this retreat is open to all Lifestyle Hub Vision partners, and for those of us that are aspiring to become one of our vision partners, I just want to encourage everybody to actively take part at the Good Life campaign. So please take this as an official invitation to be part of the Good Life campaign, and I would like you to please watch out on our website, on our social media platform, and of course the company's newsletters on what you need to do to be part of this campaign. It promises to be very exciting. Thank you so very much.
Welcome back. So talking about the Good Life campaign, which started on the 1st of October, and it's just been a week now since it started, and we've been having massive traction from it. Testimonials and feedback every day. Most of the participants that are already on board even have testimonials for themselves, as it helps them of course with their personal branding. So if you're yet to join in the Good Life campaign and you're already a vision partner, what are you waiting for? Well, it's never too late, as you can still join us today, and you might never know, you might just be the next celebrated winner of the Good Life campaign, as we already have 2 winners from last week, which I'll be announcing shortly. And if you're not yet a vision partner, you can still become a vision partner just by subscribing into any of our leverage based packages, which I'll be unveiling shortly as well. So the first week of the Good Life campaign, we had 2 beautiful winners. The first runner-up being Adia Miriama Abubakar Bobo, who won with a total engagement on all media platforms with 748 points. Yes. And the winner for the first week of the Good Life campaign is no other person but Adia Fatima Shehu, with a total social engagement on all platforms summing up to 1,020 engagements. And that ends the winner for week 1. So today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic, which is the 4 steps to positive change. As we all know, change is a constant thing. It's universal and most of the times it's beyond our control, as change can hit you at any time. But it is now our duty to make it positive or negative, to either respond to it or run away from it, which is to still catch up with us at any time. So join me as we watch this beautiful clip that gives us timeless principles on how, of course, we can attract and implement positive change.
Welcome to Network Marketing Pro. My name is Eric Worre, and today I want to talk to you about 4 steps to positive change in your life and in your network marketing business. The thing I love most about network marketing, one of the things, is the personal development aspect of our profession. You only get to make what you are, so if you become more as a person, you become more as a leader, you get to earn more, not only short term, but long term. And I remember at the beginning of my career getting hooked on this concept of personal development because of the immediacy of the results that you get from just a little idea. I remember listening to personal development audio programs from Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy and Dennis Waitley and Les Brown and others. And the great thing about that is it helped to build my confidence, it helped to encourage me, it helped to increase my language, increase my vocabulary. I started to be able to say the same things that these people were saying with my prospects or with my team, and I would start to get better results immediately. See, if you go engage in personal development in your work, you might not see immediate results. It might be a long time before you get a raise because of going and learning something. But in network marketing, you very often get immediate positive results. You get more customers, you get more distributors, you get more productivity, you get more action, you get more activity happening within your own self and within your organization. So today, talking about 4 steps to positive change. If there's something that you want to change about your life, your business, your skills, I'm going to give you 4 steps that will help you kind of navigate that change, to take you from one place of frustration to another place of confidence.
Fantastic.
Boldness.
Now, before we go straight into those 4 fantastic tips to positively changing our lives, it started by telling us the importance of personal development. I discovered that concept officially, personal development, sometime in 2010 when I started working for a company, a very great company called Learning Impact, NG. Okay, and of course, I took it to the next level when I joined a unique group of people, because Eric Worre is also going to talk to us about power of association very shortly. Because sometimes, if your industry is not helping you to becoming more, if all you make is money and you are not becoming better, that means you are in the wrong industry. Because what you have, you can lose, but what you become, you keep. Okay, and that is the power of personal development. So I need every one of you watching us today to please commit to personal development. And you hear what Eric Worre said. He said personal development helps to build your confidence, and I'm a testimony to that. Because when I started knowing more, I started becoming more. Okay, and guess what? I started attracting better people. So personal development is very fantastic and very strategic. Why strategic? Because it also helps to build your language. Okay, because by the time you start listening to Eric Worre, for example, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, and so on, you start speaking like them. But guess what? You start applying yourself and you transform those languages into some unique phrases that are unique to you. So where people will also credit to you, and generation to come will also learn from your level of reflections. So I want to encourage you, please commit to personal development. Before you sleep every day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? If there is nothing you can pick, please quickly stand up from that bed of yours and pick a book and quickly read a chapter. Then you deserve to sleep. Even though our doctors say we must sleep 7 hours, 8 hours in a day. It's good, it's fantastic for our health. But if you are behind on your bills, you have no right to sleep for 8 hours in a day. For me, sleeping is a reward for a day well spent. Now let's go straight into Mr. Eric Worre. Let's listen to the first 2 of those 4 fantastic tips to building a very positive change in our lives and, of course, in our businesses. Thank you, everyone.
Confidence, boldness, self-image, self-esteem, self-worth. The first of those 4 steps is awareness. So Einstein said the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Awareness means taking a look at where are the stumbling blocks for you in your life and in your business. Where are the things that you are struggling with? What are the triggers that cause you to go into procrastination? What are the things that cause you to pull back when you should be taking action? So raising your level of awareness and just being really self-aware of the roadblocks in your personal self, your habits, or in your habits in your business. So awareness is number 1. Really deciding to be aware of your career, of your habits, of your skills, of where you're at in the profession, okay? So awareness is number 1. Number 2 is understanding. Understanding the issue, understanding that the causes, like I said, I talked about triggers. There are some times when I would get rejected that I didn't even realize it, but that one little tiny rejection caused me to pull back. It caused me to start apologizing for the opportunity, caused me to change my posture, or it caused me just to hide and procrastinate like crazy. So just an understanding of your own self, understanding of your own wiring is a big thing. So awareness, number 1, what are the issues? 2, what's causing them? The understanding of that really starts to make a difference.
Wow. Thank you, Eric Wall, for those timeless principles. And for me, I actually picked a lot because number 1, it talked about awareness. Awareness is very important in every areas of our lives because you can't change what you don't know. Say, for example, you go to a hospital and the doctor you tell the doctor you're not feeling well, and before he even ask you any question, just say, yeah, let's go to the theater prep. I'm sure you run for your life. I will. If you go to a hospital, the first thing they do is called diagnosis. They need to know exactly what is wrong with you, and that is what awareness comes with. So you need to know exactly what you're struggling with. It can be procrastination, it can be loss of priority, because if you're unable to actually have good priority in life, you end up focusing on the minors when you can focus on the majors. So you need to do a self-SWOT analysis and know exactly what you're struggling with. And the second point you talked about, which of course is also very important, is understanding. Now you know what you're struggling with. Why are you struggling with that thing you're struggling with? Say, for example, you're struggling with prioritizing. Why are you struggling with prioritizing? It might be that you've not been able to plan. You've not been able to actually plan and know what are higher priorities to you or what are lower priorities to you. So knowing what the problem is one thing, but knowing why you have that problem is another thing. So before we dive right back into the training for today, I would like to unveil to us Lifestyle Asset Hub Luxury Apartment. Yes. So please check out this clip and I'll be right back. So I'm sure you love what you just saw. So that's a 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment with a private swimming pool at the rooftop and of course a private sit out. So I'm going to be showing you 4 different ways by which you can actually own this for yourself. But before I jump into that, I would like to say this. Man has 3 basic needs, which is food, clothing and shelter. So shelter of course is a basic necessity for every man. That is why I'm very passionate and always very excited to share this opportunity with each and every one of us, because I know you deserve a dream home for yourself and your family as well. So the first package is an outright package, which is called the Big League package. This is an outright payment where you simply make a payment of 50 to 85 million naira, depending of course on economic variations and locations as well. So you make a payment of 50 to 85 million naira, the company gives you instantly a 20% performance bond. Yes, you heard me right. So you'll be getting your capital back with a 20% performance bond just for you to hold on to. And in 8 months time upon completion, you'll be delivered keys to your extra luxury apartment. Don't forget to have access to your private swimming pool and of course the private sit out. So moving on to the second package, which we call the Elite VVIP package. This is where you simply make up in numbers what you don't want to spend in cash or what you lack in cash. And this is a one-time payment of 13 million naira. So how this works is that you pay your 13 million naira and you recommend 4 people. Yes, you recommend 4 people, and once you recommend your 4 people, you've qualified for your apartment, which will be delivered to you 3 months after qualification. So now to the third package, which is the VVIP package. This is also a leverage based package, and you have to pay a one-time payment of 3 million naira. Yes, you heard me right. 3 million naira. And with 3 million naira, you have access to the VVIP package where you recommend 4 people. Yes, you recommend 4 people and your 4 recommend their 4. And then voila, you've qualified for your apartment, which will also be delivered to you 3 months upon qualification. So now moving on to the last but not the least package, which is the VIP package. This is where you have to pay a one-time payment of 1.5 million naira. Yes, you make a payment of 1.5 million naira, you recommend 3 people. Your 3 people recommend their 3 each, making a total of 9. Then the 9 people recommend their 3 each, making a total of 27. And voila, you have your apartment ready for you in 3 months time. So these are the packages under the extra luxury packages, and don't forget, with any of these packages you are getting a 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment with a private swimming pool at the rooftop and of course your private sit out. So before we go back to Eric Kwok, we have a book for one lucky winner today, and it's titled No Excuses by Brian Tracy. It says 21 ways to achieve lasting happiness and success. So this book will be given out to one lucky winner today, and it will be shipped or delivered to you at no extra cost to you. So I'll be asking a question, and the first person to give me the correct answer in the comment section will get this book delivered to you at no extra cost. But before I ask the question, I would like us to check out the second model by Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited, which is the Solid Refuge model. Alright, welcome back. I'm sure you love the exquisite masterpiece that was put together, of course, by the Lifestyle Asset Hub team. So that is a tastefully finished 3-bedroom apartment. And of course, you have access to the private swimming pool and the sit-out on the 7th floor. So how do you access this, or how do you own this for yourself? Because in Lifestyle Asset Hub, we don't just show you what you can get, we tell you how, of course, you can get them for yourself. So we also have 4 different packages on this model as well. And the first package is what we call the Big Haven. The Big Haven is also an outright purchase where you simply just make a payment of 35 million naira. You make a payment of 35 million naira. This also comes with a 20% corporate performance bond, which will be delivered to you upon completion. And the second package, which of course is the Haven 3.0, this is a one-time payment of 7.5 million naira, and it's of course a leverage-based process. So you make a payment of 7.5 million naira and you recommend 4 people to also do the same. And upon recommendation of 4 people, you qualify for your apartment. The third package is Haven 2.0. This is another one-time payment of 1.8 million naira. You heard it right, 1.8 million naira, and you recommend 4 people, and your 4 recommend their 4, and that qualifies you for a tastefully finished 3-bedroom apartment. So the last but not the least package on this model is what we call the Haven 1.0. So the Haven 1.0 with as low as 900,000 naira. Once you make your payment of 900,000 naira, you recommend your 3 people. The 3 people you recommend their 3 each, making it 9, and those 9 recommend their 3, making it 27. And of course, that qualifies you also for your tastefully finished apartment. So note, all of these prices I just mentioned for both the extra luxury package and the solid refuge package are going to be reviewed with the new price starting from 1st of January 2021. So now I'll be asking the question with which we'll be giving out this week's gift to one lucky winner. And my question for you is this: what are those 2 steps, as mentioned by Eric Wall, that will take you closer to making positive change? Just put the answers in the comment section, and the first person to get the answer correctly will receive these gifts delivered to you at no extra cost. So let's get back to Eric Wall.
Is hard for most people, and that's disassociation. If there are things or people or circumstances or environments in your life that cause these actions, you might need to disassociate from them, at least for a time, until you're stronger. So disassociating with bad habits, disassociating with...
Wow. Sorry, I just want this to pass. He said you've got to dissociate yourself from certain relationship, from certain habits, at least till you get stronger. Do you know what that means? See, if you've not invested in your personal development, you could easily be influenced negatively by the thoughts of others, by the thought of people around you, even by the situation around you, because it takes personal development for you to know that what is within you is bigger than what is around you. So what that simply means is that if you want to be strong, okay, you've got to first dissociate yourself from those bad habits. Then of course you invest heavily in personal development. Let's move on.
The triggers that are causing you to lose action. Disassociating with the people that are dragging you down. Disassociating with the negative influences of your life. Disassociating from the things that rob and steal your time. So disassociation is number 3. And number 4 is reconditioning your mind. Reconditioning your mind around a new habit. Reconditioning your mind around a new way to respond to difficulty. Reconditioning your mind. And how do you recondition your mind? By feeding your mind, 1, with good ideas on a regular basis. That you're constantly, if you deal with procrastination, the reconditioning can start with getting a bunch of books about procrastination and reading those books to start to recondition your mind and think differently about that particular habit. The reconditioning also comes from increasing your association with people who deal.
Now, before we talk about increasing your association with people as part of reconditioning your mind, you say you've got to feed. You've got to feed. I'm not talking about rice and plantain now. Okay, I'm talking about feeding your mind with books. See, let me say this to you. When you eat, you feed your body. When you read, you feed your mind. And to recondition our minds, okay, it's very important that we really feed our mind with so much knowledge. So much knowledge. So let's go back to Eric.
Conditioning can start with getting a bunch of books about procrastination and reading those books to start to recondition your mind and think differently about that particular habit. The reconditioning also comes from increasing your association with people who deal with these challenges, same challenges as you, but have dealt with them and moved past it. So if you surround yourself with people who don't procrastinate, they take action, that's going to help you to recondition your mind. If you're constantly reading things that will help with that particular issue, that will start to recondition your mind. See what I mean? You put yourself in an environment that gives you the most chance for success. Part of that is disassociation. The other part of that is improving your associations with other people. And I talked about this at a series of events just recently. The thing that really changed me, that helped me have more positive change than any other thing, is I immersed myself around good influence, good environments, good learning on a regular basis. I was immersed in it. I was surrounded by it. It was what I thought about all the time. It was the learning aspect really started to have an impact on me. It wasn't just here and there. It wasn't just today I'm struggling, so I'm gonna think about that today. I thought about it all the time. I read about it all the time. I watched videos on it all the time. I listened to audio programs all the time. I read books all the time. I hung out with people that were pushing me in the positive direction all the time. I was immersed. Now, I'm not saying you have to be full-time in order to be immersed.
That's true.
Many of you that are watching this have a job, and you're doing that to take care of your families, and that's fine. It's probably healthy for most of you. But what I will tell you is your mind immersed in the job, or is your mind immersed in the change necessary for your life and for your network marketing business to go to another level? See, your subconscious brain is always cranking, it's always thinking. And once you immerse yourself, pretty soon, when you're dreaming, your mind, you go to sleep, your mind is still engaged. Because of that immersion, your mind is still engaged with solving the problem. If you're immersed in something that, every time you take a break from the job, every time you take lunch from the job, on the drive to the work, and on the drive back to work, your mind is engaged in improving your life. So the concept of immersion, creating an environment, if I could do anything for you, if I could take you right now out of your current environment and immerse you for a period of time, whatever that is, 30, 60, 90 days, and I put you in an environment where every day you were reminded, you were learning, you were growing, you were surrounded with people that were moving in the same direction you want to move to, that immersion itself starts to create new habits. And then when you take yourself out of that environment, if those habits have been ingrained, you have a much better chance of being able to move forward. So immersion is really a big deal. So maybe it's the 5th step, okay? 5 steps maybe. Awareness, understanding, disassociation, reconditioning, and the overarching theme is immersing yourself in change and growth and development and ability.
Of all the 5 he just listed, from awareness to understanding to dissociation to reconditioning, I found the very 5th point absolutely striking and very insightful. The concept of immersion. Okay, it's like you soaking yourself, okay, in a pool of knowledge. Okay, saying to yourself, I'm going on vacation. Now the vacation is not for you to go on, saying to yourself, I'm going on vacation. And the vacation is not for you to go on a safari ride and all those Dubai, ski Dubai and also, no. I'm talking about you going on a knowledge-soaking vacation, okay, whereby you lock yourself up for a week, for 2 weeks, okay, and try to unlearn and relearn and come out a changed person. So I want to really encourage you. Okay, I know there's a phrase or there's a statement Eric Worre said. Okay, and I really need every one of us to please reflect on this statement. He said, put yourself in an environment that gives you the most chance for success. Your environment, your current environment right now. How is your current environment helping you? Okay, the people you associate yourself with, are they really helping your life? Are they helping your business? Okay, because ultimately, at the end of the day, two things will determine our success. What you know, and of course, what you know, which has to do with your association. So let's conclude right now with Eric Worre.
Ability and skill and mindset and posture, immersing yourself in that. Those things will help you an awful lot. Now, here's the thing that I want you to understand. If you're doubting whether or not you can be successful in network marketing, you can let that go right now. Every person watching this, you're watching this for a reason. You have it within you to get better. You have it within you to grow and change and develop your skills. You have it within you to become so powerful and so influential that you help not only your family, but hundreds and thousands, maybe even tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people around the world because of your decision to get better, because of your decision. Now, you don't have to necessarily own that today, but just understand that I believe that for you right now. I believe it for you. You have it inside of you. Just don't ever let anyone distract you from that truth. The truth is, you're amazing. You're spectacular. The world hasn't seen the best that you have in you yet, and it's still in you. But you have to raise your awareness. You have to increase your understanding. You have to disassociate from negative influences. You have to recondition your mind, and you have to immerse yourself in an environment of change and growth and improvement and good ideas. Because if you'll do that, the world is yours. Network marketing success is yours. That top rank in your company is yours. Give it time. So long as, hanging around in network marketing is not a guarantee for success. People say, oh, well, the key to success is not to quit. That's just a piece of it. There's tons of people that are not successful that haven't quit. Mm-hmm. You have to not quit, and then you have to grow. You have to change. You have to get better. If you'll not quit and get better every single day and take action and face your fears and embrace the change that is within you, you can go all the way to the top.
Amazing, absolutely timeless and mind-blowing principles from Eric Worre. I loved everything he just said, and of course I want to run through each and every one of them with us in case you're just joining us. I will actually advise you to watch a replay of this. So number one, he talked about awareness, which is knowing exactly what you're struggling with, knowing what those weaknesses are. And secondly, understanding how to move from point A to point B. What are the triggers? What are the causes to those things you're actually struggling with? Then he moved on to dissociation, which is to dissociate yourself from every unstable or unhealthy environment, which of course is very important. No matter what you know, you cannot thrive in a not good environment. No matter how good a seed is, it cannot grow in a non-fertile land or an unfavorable environment. And that brings us to the fourth point, which is reconditioning. This is actually where you have to unlearn and relearn new things. There's some things we know that are the reasons why we are where we are right now. And of course, we need to learn new things to actually get to where we want to be. So this is the point where you have to unlearn some certain things, unlearn some negative attitudes, unlearn some negative traits, and invite and rebuild and reintroduce new attitudes, new things and positive things that will bring that positive change that we desire. And the last but not the least, which is the extra, because we actually said we are giving out 4 steps, but this is the last but not the least, which is immersion. This is actually where you have to soak yourself with the positive attitudes, positive things you want to actually emulate in your life that will bring about this positive change that we all desire. So, and when you're going through this process of immersion, first of all, you have to step back, dissociate yourself. That is why those came before the immersion. Step back from the environments that are not healthy. You have to soak yourself in the process. And don't forget, repetition is key at this point. whatever it is you're doing and whatever it is you want to change, you have to keep repeating it and getting better at it every day, every second, and the overall change we all desire and we intend to achieve will definitely come to us. So the answer to this week's question that I asked earlier, what were the 2 first steps as discussed with us by Eric Wall? And the answer is awareness and understanding. So if you're the lucky person that was the first to type the answer in the comment section, congratulations to you, because you're the winner of this week's Discover Your Assets webinar. So the Lifestyle Asset Hub team will definitely contact you now, and you have this delivered to you at no extra cost. So before we call it a day, I would like to also remind us of the Good Life campaign that I earlier said is currently ongoing. If you're already doing it, bravo. And don't forget, this week's challenge is already up, so get yourself gingered and of course partake actively. And if you're yet to join in the campaign, please do so, as we look forward to having you on board. So see you next week, same time on this same channel, and please do make it a culture to attend with your friends and families. So see you next week, and bye for now.